Alright, here goes take number 2. I hope the video doesn't freeze up again and have to do all this bullshit again. But oh well, whatever. You do it to yourself, Sonny Jim. But anyway, today I picked up PxDx's newest album entitled Head Cage, released in 2018 of September the 9th or the 7th, one of those I believe. But yeah, I just got through listening to this twice. I gave it 2 goes, 2 spinneroos. And I have to admit, even as a PxDx fan, love this band forever now. And I have to admit, this album exceeded my expectations. I don't know, maybe I'm just a bastard. I don't know why. I've always felt like the mix on Phantom Limb, which was released in I think 2007. I always thought that album could have been far more like just heavy and black mass heavier if the mix and the production was better. I mean, it's still an amazing album. I'm usually not a nerd. I'm not a sound file, like for, it has to sound this way or it's crap. Or not. Usually I don't care. I just put on an album and I hear it and accept it for what it is, and that's it. But I have to admit, one thing that really stood out right away through the first track and to the last track is that the mix and the production on this album is everything's just ba-ching. It's ba-ching, ba-ching. Like everything complements everything. It still sounds heavy and dirty and like that grindcore punch to the face, but yet everything's balanced. It's not, nothing's too high up here or too low up here. It's mixed perfectly into the entity that is Head Cage at the end of the day. So yeah, I custom ordered this at Barnes & Noble's like 2 days ago, and they called me up and they're like, "Sir, your CD is in, so like it'll be here for 14 days until you decide to pick it up. If not, we're gonna have to." Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, "I'll be there in a quick minute. Quick minute, dog. I'll be there like in a quick minute, Holmes." And so I picked up Head Cage today. Just listened to it not even 2 hours ago twice. I got the slipcase edition. I usually like when I buy new albums, I usually like just the old school plastic. But since, it's been years waiting for this release, I figured I'd get a limited edition slipcase version of the CD. And that's the front cover, the back cover. Here's the lyric sheet. There's the front of it. There's the back. Just the band members hanging out. I think they're watching fucking Blade Runner or some shit. I may be wrong. But yeah. There's just Scott, JR, Blake, all those fuckers. Just hanging out. So I got the slipcase version. I really like the interior art. You turn that sideways and you have like a preacher with one hand in the air and his other hand on some lady who's looking for Jesus or whatever, But so yeah, it's just a hell of smoke where his skull should be, and his one hand in the air praising the Almighty God, and his other on this woman's head cage who's just seeking like salvation or something, and now she's gonna give him $500 a month or something, so all her prayers and dreams can come true, and all how that works. But yeah, this slipcase is pretty sweet. Has 12 tracks. I would say the tracks, to me personally, that sounded kind of old school PxDx, to me personally, would be tracks like Dark Train, Circle River, Terminal Itch. Dude, when Terminal Itch came on, and right away when I heard the lyrics, I knew it was Cat from Agoraphobic Nosebleed, and I was like, dude, that's fucking sweet. Like, that was badass. I was surprised. I haven't heard any tracks on this album. I know they released like 2 tracks. Most bands nowadays, like a month before their release, they release like 2 tracks on YouTube. But I can never do that. I can't go like halfway into an album and just hear 2 tracks and then have to wait a month for the whole CD. It's like I'd rather just wait the whole fucking month and listen to the whole fucking CD when I buy it. I can't just hear 2 songs and then just have to wait. Like, I can't. That's torture. Why would you want to do that to yourself? But yeah. Lyric-wise, I would say the song entitled "The Last Song" is like the most old school J.R. Hayes lyrics of the whole album. I mean, there's a couple more. Dark Train sounded kind of like something that would be off Painter of Dead Girls. Circle River was pretty fucking sweet. Terminal Itch was badass. Mount Skull was pretty badass as well. And the last track entitled House of Snakes, I told myself, I was like, dude, if House of Snakes is the longest track on this album, then it'll be perfect. It'll be a 10 out of 10, like more than I could have ever asked for. Paching, paching, paching. And of course, which Pig Destroyer usually does that anyway. They always put their longest track as their last track. So I mean, it wasn't a huge surprise that they did that because they usually always do that. House of Snakes was like close. It was a little over 7 minutes, and I was like, dude, this album's fucking perfect. It's exceeded my fucking expectations. I loved it. Again, the mix and the production is just perfect on this album. It's still grindcore. It's still dirty and nasty and gritty, but it's clean and everything's rolling in unison. Nothing's too high, nothing's too low. Everything's just perfectly in the middle. Whether it's the vocals, the guitar, the bass, everything is balanced perfectly. So yeah, it came with the little black slipcase. Put the CD in here. Here's the CD. Well, the skull's upside down, but yeah. There's the CD cover itself. Comes with this little black slipcase. Then you then put the black slipcase in the thingamabob here. So yeah, put that bad boy in there. Put the lyric sheet back in there. And this was fucking worth every penny. I paid $14 for this. With taxes, it came out to like $15.30 or whatever the fuck. But yeah, dude, if you haven't heard this yet, do yourself a favor and then do it now. Right now. Right now, done quick and do it now. Right now. Not later, right now. And here's just one more shot of the, there's the front, there's the little in the back, and there's the full sleeve art of Mr. Jesus Man, with one hand in the air praying to Almighty God and another hand on this woman's head cage and her hoping that all her dreams and wishes come true. So pick this up if you haven't already. Hell Satan.